Alright, so we're going to do another test here of what I would consider kind of a real world test. And what I mean by that is just more than likely something I would do in the field. Just like we did before, only I have added the T that came with this Accutools kit, the TruBlu Evacuation kit. So what I've done is I've added that T, put the two clamps on. I've added the two core tools that came with the kit directly to the bottle, and I've hooked the S-man so that all of that gets evacuated at once, just like if you were going to charge and do a new startup. So this is turned off, everything else is open. We're not using that vacuum hose, but these gauges, the red and blue, are connected right there. So all I did was really switch the two off of the Fieldpiece 8 CFM, and I hooked the T up and put them to the big port on the Hillmore 9 CFM. And I'm going to cut it on. Might not have leaked it all out. There we go. Wasn't quite zeroed out. Alright, so we're going to open the gas ballast just for a few seconds on it. Crank it up. Make it start moving. Then we're going to close the gas ballast and start the clock. And we're just going to see what this does and how much time. So it's not quite ready to activate microns yet, but it will shortly. Okay, we're at the 29.9, so that's as far as the PSIG is going to go. And it should activate the micron sensor any minute now. Coming up on 1 minute. A little over 1 minute now. There we are into microns, about 1 minute and 20 seconds. 6,500, 5,500, 5,000. There's 4,000, 3,500. There's 3,000. So it'll go down pretty quick till it gets down around 1,200 to 1,000. Then it'll be slow. But let's just time it and see how long it takes to get all the way to 500. Now, there's a lot more going on here than when we had nothing but the vacuum pump and the blue vac hooked up with no gauges and no 1/4-inch hoses involved or any of that. There's a lot more going on here to pull this S-man down, although it's down close to 1,000 now. It's been about 2.5 minutes, and it is under 1,000 microns. So you can see the pump is not really the special ingredient here, but the kit here, the Accutools kit, is definitely going to make a big difference if you apply it to any system, any pump you're using, whatever. The TruBlu Evacuation kit is what you want to look at. I definitely recommend it at this point. Now I'm going to use it in the field a few times. And we're a little over 3 minutes and we're down at close to 750. So 3 minutes and 20 seconds, we're at 752, 750. There we go. So it's doing pretty good. And I'm pretty impressed with it. We're down to 720 right there. So let's see how long it takes us to get it to 500. So after this, we'll do some field testing, and then that's actual real world testing there. And we'll see what she does then. $660s, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, 665, and she slowed way down from moving now, 664. There we are in the 650s. So I'm going to imagine if you have a good 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 CFM pump, that this Accutools TruBlu evacuation kit would make a huge difference in your startups or repairs, whatever you're doing. These hoses, and you know, the biggest thing I think we're always doing is removing the Schrader cores and going in through a core removal tool with large hoses, but these are really large hoses. This is really a direct way to hook the vacuum directly to your system, whatever you're evacuating. We're already in the 500s. Just a little over 5 minutes. 5.5. We're at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And we're down close right now to 550. So we can see what's making the difference here. And without a doubt, we can see that kit right there, and you can get this just like I did from TruTech Tools. And you can see this kit right here is what's making the big difference in our vacuum performance testing here. We're really close to 500 microns. It's been about 6.5 minutes. 502, 501, bam, there we are, 499. So we hit 500 microns in about 6.5 minutes. And I'm pretty impressed with that. I don't know how many of these I'll do. I just wanted to do the first comparison that I did, and then I wanted to do this one just with a different pump. But I probably will not make another video of a Bullet or a JB, but I will probably make a couple more in the field, that instead of using the tank, we have an actual line set and a coil to do on a startup, and we'll hook this all up. And so I guess that's the one we'll call the real world testing. This would be like a real world, simulated real world, whatever you want to call it. But we're down below 450, going really slow and stable, but still dropping. And a lot of people like to see a lot more vacuum than I do. That's a little over 7.5 minutes, approaching 8 minutes, and it's down to 430. Right there's 430. Like I've said before, if we hit 500 microns, I'm okay. You know, the laboratory grade stuff comes into play at about 350 microns. But nonetheless, when especially if we're installing everything new, when everything is new, the line set and the coil, indoor unit, all that's new. If we hit 500 microns, I'm fine, and I don't care how quick we hit it. I'm fine with that. Now, when we do a flush on a second story and we flush a line set, doesn't hurt my feelings for the vacuum to run for a little bit. So if we hit 500 microns in 7 or 8 minutes there, probably going to let it run another 4 or 5 minutes just to feel better, you know. So we're under 400. We're at 390, 393, 394. We are approaching 9 minutes. So there's 9 minutes right there. 390 microns. And that's doing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with it. That's 9.5 minutes. 383. It's not moving real fast now. So we might put fresh oil in the pump and see it gain just a little more than it gains here. But the 10-minute test is coming up, and I'm going to say we're going to be in that 375 range, but you see 10 minutes coming up right here. And there we are at 376, 375, right at 10 minutes. So I think that's good enough to do the little test and review in here on the bench. So let's take it out on the job in the field into the real world, and let's see what we get out there. Thanks for watching.